Yeah.
But yeah, so you're in the Uber driver.
Yeah, you're talking to the Uber
car.
driver, you're having a good time, and he says, you know what, I was going to save this till I was off the clock, but how about we just light this shit up right now? And suddenly you're having a joint with the...
You want to put your name in? Make it official?
Let's see. Suddenly you're having a joint with this guy, and...
That's awesome.
And,
You mean after the drive?
during the drive, speeding down the 101, and, I'm thinking, like, this is crazy, but then you reach this sort of junction of traffic, and you look around you, and as this... Who wants to play?
I'll give it a go.
Rob.
Unless you want to go, Chris.
No, go for
All
it,
right.
dude.
As the Uber driver is telling me all about this underground trap hip-hop and Space Ghost Perp and all this shit that he's into, it's an actual dude. And I just start feeling like, man, LA is crazy, until I reach this sort of traffic jam where you look around and other people are just freely smoking weed, and there's like, I don't know, hot girls in a convertible playing the same like underground trap hip hop music that the guy's talking to you about, and you reach this sort of pocket of energy where everyone there is either high or doing some other LA thing, and it kind of I don't know, it takes me into this cool creative spot that I didn't get in Florida, where people here are like making shit happen, and I don't know, I'm like, by the time the joint is done and we're getting off the 145B to Alameda, I'm already so inspired to like write and like work on that novel I've been thinking about.
That's really refreshing to hear, because I've heard quite the opposite from a lot of people, where it's sort of the city feels like it's a little bit draining in that regard. Just I don't know, maybe it's your perspective on, or your outlook in general, but sometimes that was exhausting, where I go to a party and be like, immediately everybody's a writer and everybody wants to tell you about their projects, and you're just like, that's cool, but
I'm sure it gets exhausting, but that's why I was telling you guys, I've been told that I'm in the honeymoon phase of this LA thing, that I'll grow to be a normal bitter person like everyone else.
You'll join us soon.
Join the ranks.
No, your story makes me just realize how boring my life is. I wish I could
being stubborn
get
with this.
stoned with a random Uber driver.
You just have to ask them
If they
the
have
right
any
questions and make him feel comfortable, and suddenly he's gonna whip out a huge fucking joint.
Do you find it's like a certain ethnic type, or is it just anybody really who does that?
I find
who smokes while they're
a lot of girls in Ubers, they love smoking weed. Dude, okay, so
Whoa,
was it a girl?
It's been a girl sometimes. It's been a cool black dude.
Wait, so it's happened more than once?
It happens quite a bit.
I want to punch you.
We're
having a better life than me.
It's not that. It's just more. It's
No,
just
you know
more
what
like,
though? When you walked in the door today, it was like, this guy is a cool. Like, he's like one of those guys who just like.
It's one of those guys.
He can just kind of be cool and chill wherever he is. I admire that.
I guess I've had to.
I want to be a part of your life, Andy.
Oh, dude, I'd be honored if you'd be.
One day.
part of my
Oh
life.
God.
Yeah,
Oh.
One day
That feel
we'll
good?
both be in an Uber smoking a joint together, thinking how crazy LA is.
Yeah. Okay.
We gotta do some maintenance here. It's not the full 4, but you
were
just gotta
doing
do
All
it
this.
right.
pretty down.
Oh.
This won't be full
This
4
won't
either.
for
Damn it.
Oh.
But we're in a good spot now. Things are getting dicey.
You got it,
I'm
Rob.
kind of like sort of on an angle, so I'm not exactly sure which line I'm on, but
I
so
think
far it's working out.
You're approaching Bejeweled Mom level right now.
Yes. That's what I wake up in the
Milestone,
morning
man.
and tell myself.
So maybe Andy should talk about his YouTube channel.
Oh yeah,
A little bit
of course.
Okay.
A bit of
I
cross
guess
promotion.
the gist of it is my name's Andy. I have a channel called Andy Tells Stories, and it's like I can't draw for shit, but I try real hard, and I just tell stories about my life living in El Salvador, or I don't know, just random shit. And
I gotta say, fuck.
Oh,
see, that's what I'm talking
Rob.
about.
sometimes
It's
the controller kind of fucks you up.
No,
too.
no, it's really the angle. But
It was really the angle.
no, but I honestly think that your drawings, if they were like too good, like almost like, I'm imagining maybe something from Glenn Keane or something, like some Disney master drawer. I almost feel like it would take away from sort of the because you kind of have this very frank, authentic sort of vibe going on.
Thanks, dude.
And I feel like it just complements it, because it's like, oh, this guy probably also drew these drawings, and I mean that in in a positive way, where it's like there's very little pomp and circumstance to like the vibe of the whole thing. You know what I mean?
I appreciate
So I like them. I think they're super funny. For people who haven't heard of Andy's stories, they should give it a go. We'll put a link in the comments.
In the cut.
Or the
Leave it in the...
video.
No, that's not... That
video
doesn't-
info
that
section.
I want people
Apply.
to challenge me in Tetris afterwards.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
yeah. You can put out your ultimate
high
Tetris.
score.
Maybe I shouldn't put out anything though, because then I'll get my account hacked or some shit.
Oh, I don't know. We don't have a malicious following yet.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
far
We're working
we
towards
got
it.
some cool fans. We're very proud of our fans. We don't have very many, but
They're very
good.
active,
They're
which
good.
is great.
they're smart.
Like
they're
the
not like
the
dickheads.
engagement is really really high for as many hits as we get. If that makes any sense.
That's
It's
cool.
because we're amazing,
Because we're
Rod.
fucking
Are
awesome.
you serious? Are you?
I'm gonna go ahead and just say it.
It's because you're children.
God, I did
Oh,
it
well,
again.
that wasn't
I did it
amazing.
again. I swear. Okay, I'm gonna lean in a little bit on
Okay,
Andy. I'm
Go
sorry.
We're getting
Go ahead.
serious
It'll be
here,
weird.
guys.
I appreciate it though. I do think there is like a humbleness to. I can't draw, dude. It's real hard for me to put these things out because I do them. By hand on a piece of paper with some markers. So if I make a mistake, I just have to do it again because I never learned how to use a Cintiq. You know.
Oh
Can
yeah.
you scan them in?
Yeah, I have to scan each one individually. Comes out to like 200 drawings per episode or something. But I just enjoy the whole. It's I can get lost in the I don't know, in the memories, and it's
cool,
real cool
cool.
that people respond to them. I'm really surprised by it.
Do you look forward to the
awesome.
day when you can hire like Korean children to do all that for you?
They have
Why
to
do
do
they
it.
have to be Korean, Rod?
They're cheap, bro.
Why can't they be Hispanic?
They can
Oh,
be
they-
Hispanic.
they don't-
Is it because you're
No,
Hispanic?
dude, do you know anything about the animation industry? They don't do that in Mexico. It's all Korea, bro.
They're gonna.
Of course, they're not children in Korea, to be fair. They're
They're
adults. Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah.
Even when you get Koreans, it's still pretty damned expensive. I hear, right? Like I think Family Guy does all Korean.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
they're
really?
working with TV budgets, so they
No
got yeah, they can spend money on that.
Huh.
I hear though
Everything's
that there's
getting-
you remember like growing up watching, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like with the Animaniacs there was always like the episodes that looked really good and then the episodes that didn't look all that great. I don't
Oh,
know if you-
really?
like
I didn't watch a lot of that show.
well, it would happen on certain shows, but
that's
especially WB
interesting.
shows.
Yeah.
And that was because they were sending them to different tiered Korean or Japanese studios. And let's take the Japanese one. There was one that was really expensive, and that always had the best looking animation on the Animaniacs. But otherwise,
Yeah.
it would kind of suffer from like just cheap labor, so to speak.
Wow.
But yeah, I saw some doc
Fun
on that.
fact.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find a link to it. The thing.
Yeah.
You're doing amazing, by the way.
I know. I mean,
Seriously,
you
dude.
got this.
two fuck ups, but I'm still kicking,
hot.
still kicking.
So you lived in El Salvador?
Yeah,
That's
for
in
like
Europe, right?
yeah,
That's a
somewhere,
European
right next to Russia
South
somewhere.
Europe, Southern Europe.
right by Wales a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, Central America, El Salvador. I don't know, crazy.
Is that like where you were born and raised, or?
Yeah. I was born in Florida, but I went to El Salvador when I was like 1 or 2. Like I was born in Florida because my parents fled the Civil War in El Salvador.
Whoa.
So it was just happenstance that
Dang.
that I was born there. But I went back and didn't leave until I was like 23 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm liking Los Angeles a lot. Like I said, there is a cool energy. I have had some moments of people being stereotypically LA, where you get the judgment and all that shit.
Have you had the whole thing where it's like, hey man, I got a lot of projects going on. Here's my card, and then you just know that they're a bit of a like being con artists, so to speak.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
like they got a couple of screws loose up
Yeah,
there.
I think I might have told the story on this before, where it was like the guy. I was at a gas station. He comes up and asks if he could borrow $1 from me because he wants to buy a cigarette or a cigar or something. Oh man, it's getting dicey.
You got
And
it.
I'm
You
like,
got
oh,
it.
okay, I'll help this guy out, whatever. It's not a big deal. And then he all of a sudden switches his from being a beggar into like trying to convince me he's got like 17 projects and that if I'm lucky I can be a part of one.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, because he started asking me, making conversation. I'm like, yeah, I didn't tell him anywhere about where I worked. I was just like, yeah, I can animate. I'm doing some editing stuff right now. And then his eyes lit up. Not even telling him like
wow.
where, and he's just like,
Right.
you can edit. And all of a sudden it's like, dude, you want to work with me? Trust me. I'm like, okay, well, enjoy that
boy.
cigar, dude. Like,
Yeah,
see you later.
dude. I
It's
think
so weird.